One of the most common problems that people have when they're learning how to TIG weld aluminum is making sure that the argon or the shielding gas stays directly over the molten weld pool. That's especially true when we're trying to wrap a weld or weld all the way around a piece of aluminum tubing like this. This is a project that my students are working on now, and they need to wrap this weld all the way around. Now see, ideally, we only want to weld this twice. We want to weld one half of it now, and then when we flip it over, we're going to weld the other half. That's ideally. It doesn't always turn out that way, but that's what we're shooting for. This is where the problem happens. See, a lot of people will start on the back side of this weld joint, and they'll work their way up, and the whole time, they'll keep their torch at the same angle as what they started. Now this is allowing that gas to escape directly out of the front of the cup, across the weld face, and not directly into the weld pool. So the further we get down on this joint, the less gas is actually touching anywhere near the heat effective zone or the weld zone, and it's just escaping straight off the edge of the joint until we get out here and it turns into a crusty, nasty, black, gray mess that will not take any filler wire or anything. We got to do some serious cleaning before we can get that back to weldable material. Now, how do we fix that? That's pretty simple in theory, but it's tough to learn how to do with your hand. When we start that weld on the back side, as we progress up, we're going to turn our wrist to keep that cup or to keep this torch perpendicular with the weld puddle all the way down, and even turning our torch backwards and then backhanding the rest of that weld till we get down to the bottom. The idea is that we maintain the torch to be perpendicular to the weld joint the entire time so that shielding gas can do its job and shield that molten weld pool from any atmospheric contaminations. Hey, I hope this tip helps, and as always, let's make it a great day.